Hello! Can you hear me the way you're supposed to do? Hello, hello people. Hello ladies and gentlemen and everything in between. Today we will draw whatever you want. I don't know why I have still this pen in my hand. We're gonna need this one because we're gonna draw digitally today. And yeah, as the title suggests, you're gonna draw whatever you want. But well, I decided to, just until we have any requests, we're just gonna draw whatever, man. To be honest, like I think we're gonna I want to draw Hisoka. I just started watching Hunter x Hunter. I'm in like the first episode, so just let's go, right? And if we get a request, we're gonna do that. That's the plan, the current plan. That's currently our goal. Let's go. I'm sorry for the check. That shouldn't be. Wait, first I need to get some references out. And you don't have to see them, but I need. Wait a second. Hisoka. Okay. I just googled Hisoka images or just Hisoka for drawing references, and well, I just want to say that they're hornier than I expected, but then again, it's Hisoka we're talking about, so I didn't know what I expected, to be honest. Like, probably should be that way, to be honest. I mean, it's Hisoka, okay? If you ever saw him, you know that's probably justified, not gonna lie. Then I got another reference. Oh, sorry. And our card. For my defense, if you ask me, oh, why does he has to certain references now? Okay, the thing is, I wasn't prepared enough, to be completely honest. I mean, the best way to see it is, just look at the reference. Why is it closed? Oh no, okay, it's okay. Everything under control. Everything under control. Yeah, so the reason why it's currently not, why I still have to search out references and shit, is because I didn't find time to do so earlier. So I guess you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit longer so we can get everything sorted out. Actually, let me check real quick if the sound is okay. Yeah, so the reason why it's currently not, why I still have to search out references and shit. Yeah, it seems to be working. I mean, it's not the best quality, it's a little bit better here. But the camera, like, I didn't manage to set up the camera good enough in 5 minutes. So, I think like a lot of my problems I have currently could be solved if I just prepared for longer. But I finished the thumbnail 15 minutes ago, okay? So this is only so much time you have to, start everything, plug the camera in, and, there's only so much time you have at this point. Yeah, just searching for, like, a good pose, but I just can't find anything. Can't find a proper reference, to be honest. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try out Flip Studio's new feature. Or a new feature, I mean 3D feature. Isn't that amazing? Really mind-numbing. Let's go. So first, what do you want to do first? I haven't done that in what feels like years. Wait a second, I actually don't know how to do this. I think it was here. And then you want to go 3D, I believe? Yeah. That's. Oh, okay. Okay. Chibi round. I don't like chibi. Okay. You can say whatever you want. I don't like chibi. I think chibi is just worse. Like, I've never once saw artwork in chibi where I thought like, nah, I prefer this over the actual one. So, I don't know. I just really like lower stuff more. Oh. Sorry for the yawning. There's gonna be a lot of yawning today. Not because I started to toggle my headphones on or wait no, this makes no sense if you listen to this without context. So in previous streams I often really fast fell asleep or just really felt sleepy for a long time or really quickly because I was listening to my voice constantly, you know, to check if the quality is good and shit. And you know, I've stopped doing this now because I also realized that I can check if the audio is still somewhat okay with like the audio menus in the stream software. So yeah, you know, that kind of was a problem that solved itself, that one. But today I was yawning not because of that, but because I'm just genuinely tired. Crazy, right? Being genuinely tired. I mean, I was awake a little bit too long yesterday. Oh no. Everything okay. Because I was still up working on a project, drawing project. But sadly not the one for YouTube. Otherwise that would have already been uploaded. I'm so sorry that I still haven't uploaded anything. In now what feels like nearly a month. It is over a month actually. But I do have an explanation. Because of the month 2 weeks ago I was in Japan, so that's okay. So wait, let's get. I want this one, I think. Kind of just like. What kind of. Ah, no, I can't. Okay. Why can't I do this? Material property. Yeah. Yes. Choose safe location. 3D. Wait a second. Can I just drag and drop? Why not? Why can't I just drag and drop? What stops me from doing this? Can use that one, but what? Why that? I should have the new version. Whatever. Whatever. You only need a suppose reference anyway, so I will work too. I will do it. That will do just fine. Okay. Let's put that one a little bit down here, so I can still see my references. And also this one. Okay. Wait a second. YouTube just said something. Wait a second, what? What do you want from me? I'm so sorry. We're 10 minutes in and nothing has happened so far. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Wait, give me a second. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's something for after stream. Okay. Yeah. Great. Nice. Oh my god, that's gonna be... Oof. Great. Problem solved. Problem solved. Awesome. This works too. Okay, so the plan is what I... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. The plan, what I'm planning to do is have... basically, okay, we're gonna imagine this is Soak, okay? It's gonna be a cool clown. You know, I just want to say cool clown pedophile, but then realize, you know, I don't really want to use the word cool and pedophile in one sentence, so I decided I'm just gonna stop. It's better if I just stop the sentence. But you know, that kind of also got like obsolete the moment I still just said it. So I shouldn't. I should just shut up. I think that's better for my career. For that little bit, that's. What little career I have left. No. How about no? Would you? Sure. Let's have. It's dynamic. It's dynamic, guys. It's dynamic. It was planned all along. That's how it was always planned. Always planned that way, okay? Trust me, that's what it should be. Oh gosh, it's inside the chest. Oh no, that's not how it's supposed to work. Oh god. Oh yeah, oh god. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm not having like the most experience with this kind of thing. I'm not sure if you can tell though. Okay, no, I got this. No, that's okay. Just need to like just turn that away in the other side. So like this side, like if it's supposed to have like the car like in front of him, like that or something, like really cool, right? Like the coolest Soaker he is. So, I don't want him to show silence. I just want him to. I also don't want to show him piece silenced. I'm gonna have cards here and then I show it like that. Why does the whole body move if I like move this? Just stop for a second. Oh god, this stream is just gonna end up me being confused with this. Trip Studio Paint is gonna have nothing to do with the title, man. This is horrible. Yes, a little bit up. And so we're gonna make it look like that into the camera. It's gonna have a healer card. I don't know, it's gonna look up or down, but I'd rather have it look up. Hmm. No, this should be lowered. Maybe I'll have this raise. I don't know. I think that's alright. I guess. I'm not sure. This is special. You know, it just doesn't have exactly the flair that I wanted the post to have. I mean, I guess it's... Yeah, no, wait a second. I think that's actually... I think you're getting closer, man. And have it like that. You'd like the cut is gonna be here. And this doesn't look good. How much can we, like, any percent next speed run? Breaking the next speed run. Speed run. Oh god. Yeah. POE. I'm listening to metal music. Literally. I would have like a clear more down or up. I think this is better. You don't like it like that? This looks good. And then he's gonna have to like the cut here. No, maybe. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Yeah, let's use that. I forgot there was the rest of the pose. Oopsala. So how do I make this big? I guess I can just rasterize it, right? Rasterize. And then change it. Or I do that. I want to canvas. Rotate. And enhance. Enhance. Oh no. Enhance. 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 Okay. And enhance. No reason to not enhance any further. Like that. I think I want to have like shut up this far. Not much lower. What do you think? So. Oh, it just didn't have up. Oh, it didn't update yet. Okay. Okay. It should work. Right? Why did my stream? This is a very worrying. Why did my streaming software decide to not give a fuck anymore? This is very worryingly. This is making me sweat more than it should. It works. Who mind it? As long as it works, you can do whatever, right? As long as it works, I'm not gonna complain. Oh god. It works. That's all that matters, right? That's all that I needed to do, so Let's be happy it does its job. And let's not question it any further. How about that? I think that's a good plan, if you ask me. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Now, the real question is, can I get a proper reference? If it's okay, like a reference sheet or something, a sign sheet, that would be nice. Soka design. Design. Just design. Maybe we get something. We do. In fact, get something nice. Okay. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we have it. Cool. Okay. 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 Now we can start. 21 minutes to the stream. This is not good. This is not how it's supposed to be. No, I always say if you can't find a reference, make your own reference. Like I do it quite often actually. Not just using myself as a reference. Like for example, if I have like a really specific pose in mind, then you know I just put up my camera and use myself as a reference. I mean, I have really no reason to not do so. Would be a weak excuse. I'm sorry for all the yawning. I think I might actually want to interrogate this a little bit more. Put it out there. I mean, if we don't have it as a reference, the layer below, we can still change it. It's only a reference. It's gonna be a nice reference. Just checking the proportions. Like you can't see it, but like, yeah, maybe I should just. Maybe I should talk about stuff you can see. There's still a lot I have to learn. Okay, bear with me, please. Thanks. A lot I have to learn in many ways. Now I know this neck would go that way normally, because I think we gave our model like a little bit of like this kind of back, but I want him to stand like normally, so I just ignored it. I'm just gonna freaking ignore it. Isn't it beautiful? Also, I think I can give him a little bit more muscle, because Hisoka seems to be like a little bit of a buff dude. I mean, he is. I mean, but it's like he has defined muscles. Let's say like that. Buff is always a word with so many interpretations and everything that I'm like quite hesitant. I hesitate quite a lot to say that. You know, someone says, oh, they're buff, you know, maybe I think, that's not so buff. You know, saying that someone is buff is something quite subjective, so, you know, just, it's defined, it has defined muscles. Like that. And then we have the abs going down like that. I don't think, yeah, you can't see any abs. I maybe shouldn't add them, but I just like to draw muscle. It's something like, if you ever wonder why, like, if sometimes if you see from my art, sometimes wonder, wow, they either don't wear anything at the top or just, like this very tight black thing. I don't know how you'd call them. It's because I simply, I spent time drawing like the muscles and everything. And then I'm supposed to cover them up. Sure as hell not. I'm not a monster. Come on. I'm not a fucking maniac. I can just do that. I also just really like to draw myself. That's also why I like 20% of my characters are 20%. Let's be real. 90% of the characters I draw quite muscular. Sometimes end up a little bit more muscular than they are in the original. I can totally live with that, to be honest. Artistic freedom, okay? Oof. Then we're gonna have a nice card right here. Stick out. It's obviously gonna be the Joker. Because what else? What other card would be fitting for Hisoka but the Joker? Maybe I'm only gonna make like this piece, like from the bust. Well, who knows? I'll find it out as we go. Find it out as we go along. I actually really wanted to watch the new episode of Ashi no Kyo. But, yeah, I already barely managed to prepare for this stream. And, kinda didn't manage to watch it today. But I will tomorrow. That's certain. Tomorrow is the day. I'm telling you. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day. Let's go. At first, because I waited, I didn't really watch Asinokyo at the beginning. Then I saw the memes and everything. I was convinced at this point. Okay, I was like, okay, if there's this many memes, most of the time there's a reason behind this. So I, started watching it. And then, at first, I nearly turned it off again. Because the first episode is 1.5 hours. It's basically its own anime movie. The first episode, so... First it was very hesitant, but I was come on, let's watch it. Everyone says it's great, let's watch it. And it was great, man, it was definitely. Those 1.5 hours were awesome. Could have been a standalone movie, to be honest. And then, the end, where it's just basically all prologue and nothing else. This was the moment where I was, whoa, okay. Because, while you watch the episode and this, right, you just, or at least I kind of got my expectations of what I think this series, where it's gonna go, and that, but it completely flipped my expectations, especially with its ending, which I'm not gonna spoil. However, yeah, definitely it's a great experience. I can only recommend it. Oshinikyo is deserved that it overtake Fullmetal Alchemist with a single episode, which was basically a movie. Deserved. That's why he's the GOAT! GOAT! Freaking deserved. Just like those apps here, 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 here. Here I want to run it here. And then the thing is with apps, you can't go wrong really. Like apps is something so generical. Like you can have a 6-pack, you can have an 8-pack. There are people who have a 10-pack. Like apps is something where it's like so generically like if someone says no, your apps are wrong, they're like more or they're less. You're just like, no. This specific character just has that genetic. Just genetics. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the same with like, you know, I have like the blessed genetics of having an 8-pack, and you know, most people are like, oh, how did you train for that? I'm like, you know, then it's always like, I always feel like I kind of disappoint him with the answer of, oh, this is just genetics. If you have 6-pack, 4-pack, or 8-pack, 10-pack, so you know, and sometimes you know, if you say this to them, you just, I don't know, it sometimes feel like you're demotivating them, you know, because like saying, oh, it's genetics, maybe your genetics are just shit, and you know, if you're like it or not, most people just start working out because they simply want to look good. I mean, in my case, I just wanted to lose weight, but I definitely continued it because I wanted to look good. So, you know, can't blame them for, you know, maybe feeling a little bit disheartened. But the thing is, you will look good, no matter if you have a perfect 8-pack or 6-pack or anything like it. Trust me, this will still look good. Okay, let's stop this one. This works. What? Though I think maybe I do want to try the neck like that. Just try it. Maybe this feels a lot more natural. Maybe it's really just me that felt like this is not what I want. Okay. I don't know, it's like not quite, you know, like doesn't feel quite right yet. But better, definitely. Okay, then we're gonna add the Hisoka. You know, the thing that actually makes him a Hisoka. Where do we have it? Eraser, soft, and then the other hoopies. And voila, we just saved the layer. Great. I mean, theoretically, there is no limit to how many layers you can have. I like to keep it simple. I don't have like 20,000 layers by the end of it and don't know where shit is. So most of the time just try to keep it like that. Give it as few layers as I can. Except it's like a really quality of life event. Like it really makes my life easier. That's how I wanted to say it. Then yeah, but I do use like layers, but you know, it feels like layers are kind of distracting me from. If I think too much about layers, it kind of feels like it's distracting me from like the actual piece. And I mean, if I draw traditional, which I'm doing most of the time, you know, you don't have layers anyways. It's like, why bother? Why bother learning one thing? You can't use it most of the time anyways. It's like trying to, I don't know, learn Mandarin for no. Actually, you know, you can flex with Mandarin. Like, being able to talk Mandarin is pretty much big flex. So, it's even more useless than learning Mandarin. Because if you learn Mandarin, you know, no one's gonna laugh at you and say, ha, you learned something useless. No one's gonna be like, yo, what? You learned Mandarin? Holy shit. Like, they're gonna be like the giga chat of every party telling you. Convinced that's how this works. Then I'm gonna have it like this. This gives kind of like a sort of flair that I want. This psychopath magician. That's like, this isn't gonna make like a rabbit vanish. It's gonna make your life vanish. Your fucking arm is gonna vanish once he's finished with his show. Sorry for the timing there right now. I'm just concentrating a little bit. Oof, okay. Okay. Now, what did happen today? Today, I was, you know that meme when like, it's bad when you go to sleep, then you have like, sound from Shield Hero, and then bad when you try to leave, and then you have like, I don't know, some really beautiful anime drawing. That's how it felt today. Like, literally, I really didn't want to go out of bed, man. Man, what would I have given for another hour of sleep, man? That would have been godlike. But I did wake up relatively late anyways, but still, this should be higher. The rest is okay. And the hairline is gonna go like this. I don't know why I have to think about it. Like, okay, I'm changing topics here for some reason again. No, I'm not gonna change topics. This is something I really need to stop doing. I didn't know why, but I just started like, I don't know why this is like one of my bad. I don't know how I started doing this, but I started something, then in some kind of way, somehow, there's like this little tension then going on from this little side information from the actual story. Then I end up like at something completely different that just branches out, and at the end I'm like, what the fuck did I start talking about? What was I talking about? And then I just proceed with whatever I was talking about before, if I can remember that, because that's sometimes also not for sure. So yeah, that's big nails. Don't forget that. Okay. I can get something like that. You know what I like about like Hunter x Hunter? That water actually affects the hair sometimes. Like not always, but in some hair, it definitely affects it. Like I at least saw a scene where Hisoka actually didn't have his iconic hair, but he was, it was just hanging flat down, like mine a little bit. And it was because he got wet, and it just didn't just like this one. It just turned dead down, and they're like, oh, but it's wet. But it like actually reacted to the water. It was actually a different kind of hairstyle. But I mean, I guess you can do this in every series, because in some series, the only thing that helps you distinguish the characters is the hair. So if the hair changes, you're like, who is this? who am I talking here about? Like, what character is this? Most of the time, at least. I mean, it can sometimes, not always. I mean, in cases like Attack on Titan, where like, at least in the manga, I read the manga sometimes, and it just, I was sometimes really having a hard time to know who was doing what here, because they have, especially in the manga, quite similar hairstyles most of the time. So you need to guess like who's Armin, who's like Levi. Is this Levi? This seems to be Levi right now. What is Armin doing? What? Like, I was really confused sometimes. Because some of his drawings aren't the best, I mean they're not bad, but sometimes you just really, or at least I just really don't know what was going on. I just hope I'm not the only one with that. But as far as I heard in Trash Taste, definitely isn't. I was just 5 seconds ago, I was talking about like, oh, I should really stick in one topic. And now I'm at fucking manga again. I was talking about how I woke up, and now I'm talking about Attack on Titan manga. How? What is wrong with me? How do I end up there? How? I don't get it. This is beyond me, really. Let's be honest. Sometimes you just gotta accept your fate. Maybe I just wasn't born to tell coherent stories. Maybe I was born to just simply talk of whatever the fuck comes to mind. At least the story can't get boring if you never tell it, if you never finish telling it. That's like my actual strategy behind it. It's like the actual strategy behind it. I might let it look like an accident, but in actuality, I really do it like fully planned out when I'm gonna change topics and subjects, like perfectly timed, so it will never ever become even remotely boring. Now I might think to yourself, that's bullshit, you didn't do that. I'm like, do you have proof? Huh? Do you have proof? Do you have proof that I didn't do it? I thought so. Because my streams are definitely not scuffed. Never. Ever. If you ever see anything telling you otherwise, it must be a lie. Because never. Not once was the stream scuffed. Also not this one. No matter what he said, no matter what you might think, say, okay, I didn't ask for your opinion. Just like your mom. She also always tells me her opinion about don't go so deep, harder. But I have never asked for their opinions. She just tells me that. I'm just, okay, boomer. And I just like this, I really like this. Those moments where someone talks and you just start screaming, your mom! For no reason. And like, always works. It always gets people either woke up or just, completely makes them lose the topic that they were talking about. It always works. And I just it's like I also have like a running gag with a friend of mine where it's just like as soon as someone starts talking, sometimes we just start screaming, "Your mom! You fat mom!" Like for no reason. Again, why shouldn't we, right? Why shouldn't we? I think it's very reasonable to 24/7 to talk the mom of your best friend, of one of your friends. I think this is not best friend, but just, you know, friend in general. You know, what is the definition of friendship if not shit talking each other's mouths? Great. Couldn't imagine anything more beautiful. It's my favorite thing to start the day off. Shit talking about other people's moms. That's great. It ensures me that I will always stay toxic, which is important, trust me. Always the toxic kids. Because, you know, I once saw on social media now someone who said, it's better to be an asshole to your girlfriend or someone who's important to you and then know why they left, instead of being a nice person and then wondering why she left. Big brain. Just saying, you know. He had some truth behind this. He didn't just talk out of his ass. Always the toxic kids. Kid. Oh god. Please don't take it seriously. Thanks. How does this work? Give me a second. I just gotta figure this, check it out. It's like that, right? And then like just going up here. I guess that's how it works. Seems to be it, at least. I don't know, I'm just a loving expert. There's a reason. As I said, one of my characters are most of the time half naked. I just have really, really tight clothes. So I don't have to deal with shit like that. Actually, I think this should be higher. Gonna get much higher. So high. So high. So high. Oh god. There's something seriously wrong with me. I hope yours are still intact. If not, well, don't add me. You clicked on the stream of your own free will. So if your eardrums get destroyed, you know, how should I know that you just have weak ears, you know? You're just fucking pussy. Boom. Okay, and then we have like this. Do you guys know any card games? Like, okay. Now I just wanted to flex with the card games I know of, but I realized they're all the German names. I can't really flex with them. So, but I'm still gonna. So, you can now learn German names of card games. Isn't it great? Well, I can't translate them and don't know what they're in English, so you can't really do anything with it. But you're still gonna learn them. And if you ever visit Germany or Austria, you can flex with it. Because then people who live here will go like, what? Du kennst das Spiel? Oh, das ist cool. Spiel mal Runde. Which roughly translate to. Cool. Oh, nice. This here. Here. Okay. I mean, this is constructed because you can't see that because it's dead. Yeah. Okay. Seems to get together nicely. And then this is like 3-4 lines until here. Right, okay, this goes to here. And 4. Like that. Erase this, then here. We'll let this run through, because that's how it is in the reference. Dum, 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 dum. Maybe we should make this smaller. I think this will make it more accurate. Because it does have quite a small waist, okay, to be honest, so. Which further get accentuated by this oversized whatever that is. Clown's costume or something, I don't know. What is this? I don't know what you call it. I wouldn't even know how to call it in German, so no idea what this is supposed to be honest. Either, I think it's gonna look like that way, just like with his little eyes, little psychopath eyes. It's gonna look in your direction. Yeah, like you know what he's gonna do. You're gonna be his next. I don't know. Oh, do I want to have them? Actually, I kind of like them out better, to be honest. I'll just leave them away. Yeah, looks better. Little. No need to force it, right? I like shit like that. Who knows? Who knows? I don't. And then the other stuff. It's who should know if not I? Give me a second. Just gotta search out a reference for the Joker card. Joker card. Pictures. Always like the classic. Those cards. Oh, I kind of like those. I mean, those aren't classics, but I do like them. And I think they represent Hisoka pretty neatly. I don't know. Hard to decide. What's just the usual Joker card? Now, you know what? I think I go with that design. You can't see it. You're just gonna be surprised for you guys. Okay, just bear with me, okay, for a second. Just bear with me. Wait, where are they? Oh no! Did I miss them? No. Wait. Oh no. Oh, found them. God. Freaking God, let's go. Okay. Okay. Now we get our sketch and you know what is cool reference, and I think I really want to do that. I think this fits in nicely. Probably should make them. Yeah. Let's put some detail into the cut. Why not? Let's do that. Like that. This is just gonna be a skull. With like the Joker cap, the classic. This one goes that way. Then here they also have like those strange flower things. Yeah. Maybe I'll just make this one big, because I think two of them is gonna simply gonna abstract it, so simply gonna be a little bit confusing, to be honest. You won't see the image, really? Well, since it's already tiny. So I think I just put one in there. Come on. Oh god. You can't really see me, do you? Oh god, sorry. Okay. Just here, and I have like this beautiful written Joker, and I'm gonna write it beautifully. So where should I? Oh. Joke. Yeah. No, I'm stupid. Okay, guys. Plan B. Joker. Plan B was successfully executed. Let's go! Okay. You know, I'm gonna say I kind of like the sketch, not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Edit. Canvas size. This to that. Just have as far as I have the forearm. Yeah, you like that. Then we can theoretically. Do we want to add up? Do I want to add line art this time? Because I would kind of like to try it without actually once in a while. So I guess the plan is to simply get the outline. Everything that isn't a sketch. Huh? It's not what was planned. Oh, that was the wrong button. At the outline of our beautiful drawing. Minus a beautiful sketch, and then should theoretically just be able to fill in colors. Then through a little bit of layer magic, despite what I just said 5 minutes ago, then make your life a lot easier. Never forget the sound effects. That's something that we learned from Bob Ross, and we're not gonna let it die with Bob Ross. That's something you cannot let it die. Something I will not. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. You know, I would like to have a coherent sentence right now, but I kinda, busy with making coherent lines. I want to say this our motto, ideology. I will not let die. Okay, ideology. I will not let die out. Okay, I will keep. I will hold on to it. That's what I want to say. I will hold on to it with my last breath. Okay, you got that? I do hope you did. But wait a second. Just do it like that, so we have like beautiful crisp edge, the way we want it. Okay. Good. This one. This one. Yeah, so while we're drawing Hunter x Hunter, let's talk about what I thought about Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter, I mean, it was a series that started because I was ill. So, because I didn't really have anything to do, and I was up to date to all the series I was watching back then. So, thought I'd start a new series, and Hunter x Hunter was on my list for a while now. I mean, it's kind of sad that it got cancelled now officially, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, okay, sorry, just give me a second, I just gotta, sorry, just give me a second, I just making it line, then gonna form a coherent and meaningful sentence, okay, just give me a second. Okay, so what I was about to say, Hunter x Hunter, yeah, I was watching while I was ill, and I gotta say, I kinda understand it. Sometimes the pacing was a little painstaking, but it's alright, to be honest. But what I gotta say, what I really noticed is that it's an old show. Currently, at least how far I am. I'm at episode 51. And you notice it's an old show, to be honest, like, definitely notice it. Simply on the animation, at least. What? Oh, okay. Give me a second. I was a little bit confused with the option I just how this worked. I don't know why, because I don't want to start this, but anyways, oh, for fuck's sake. Anyways, yeah, a little bit slow, and on the animation, no, you definitely notice they didn't have the budget or the time budget, you know, to make like a lot of scenes. Are just there aren't that many pictures really. But I gotta say, because I tried animating myself recently, and a little bit, and it's you know, it still looks a lot better than what I'm animating, despite them clearly not using many pictures. So you know, I don't think I'm the one that should critique that, because you know, as I said, I'm no better. By a landslide. But it's something that I definitely noticed. Like, because when I think about animation, you know, I think about Mob Psycho and that kind of animation, and Demon Slayer Season 2 finale. So, you know, it's a little bit, it's a downstep from that, okay? An undoubtable downstep. Which makes total sense. I mean, I would, on the other side, it would be really sad if it wouldn't have evolved over the years now. But yeah, it's watchable. It's still watchable, but I mean, obviously it's watchable. As I said, it's not bad, but it's noticeable that it's old. Also, like the art style, like it is still like the old anime art style, like the art style that everyone always has in this anime X and Y in art style, in 90s anime art style. Like that's the kind of art style it still has. The 90 anime art style. Maybe because it actually was released in the 90s. Was it? I have no idea. Is this... I have no idea if it's that old actually. Don't add me. But I do think it has to be quite old, right? People are like talking about this for ages. Like, it gotta be old. At least as old as I am. I mean, I'm 19. Okay? The show should be older than me. Pretty sure, at least. Or at least it had to be a show that came out when I was a little child. Can't be much newer. No way. But you know, the real question is, what I'm asking myself right now is, when will the NAN be introduced? Introduced, yeah. When will the NAN be introduced? Like, episode 21, and the fighting thing that the manga is known for, like the fighting system, hasn't been introduced yet. Gon is just, you know, some kind of mountain kid that for some reason can, like, break bones with his pure grip strength, because he's really angry. And, I mean, you know, I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, it's unrealistic, blah, blah. You know, it kind of takes you out of that. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of takes you out of the a little bit out of the experience, I feel. Well, okay, it doesn't take you out of the experience, it's just... it's a little bit incoherent, or... yeah, I mean, just strange, you know. Sometimes. Yeah, that's a good silhouette. It's a good silhouette. You can see what he does. This is like the basic layer. Then I put a new layer on that, and this as a reference layer. Bit of paint. Oh no. How does those reference layers work again? I kind of forgot. I'm not gonna lie. And I have to do this like below. No. I'm confused. Just a reference layer. Click the layer below. Nope. Draft layer. Log transfer. How do I do this? What? Oh god, reference layers. I heard this so many times. What? How could it be there? I still haven't. What's that? Transfer to lower layer. Merge with layer below. Oh, okay. Didn't know that was an option. You always learn new stuff. But now let's say I want to have this sort of basic skin color. As you do. I mean, I can just clip it. But that's not much of a deal. It's not a deal breaker at all. The variation I'm using still works. Now is this a little bit too yellow? I don't know. Difficult. Skin. Let's put that into like the layers, like the color layer. Especially like, maybe I should tell you a little bit about the plan. I was planning to use as a gouache layer, or to paint with gouache this painting. So I'm just gonna put like the basic color down and then start with gouache. And for the gouache brush to properly work, as far as you know, at least as far as I've realized or figured out by now, is it needs to be on the layer where there's already paint, otherwise it won't mix nicely. And I want it to mix nicely, so that's something. We won't have like our own separate shading layer. It's gonna be on one layer. Okay. Which I mean, I am already used to, as I said, from drawing traditional, where you only have one layer, and that layer is the paper, so there's not much of a difference in how I'm gonna approach this. Normally. But you know, just also while I was trying out the animation, I also while I was trying out the animation, I was also like trying out like the gouache brush for like the background, and that's when I realized it has to be on the same layer for it to move smoothly and, you know, have the effect that I want it to have. Oof. Okay, yeah, that chin, getting that right. We can always paint over everything, but later. But you know, I'll make it hard, and you can make it easy. Pink. Let's do it with pink. Beautiful. Pink is light red, if I'm not mistaken. Which it shouldn't be. This is kind of my whole job. Colors, so it would be very sad if I would have that wrong, to be honest. For context, and in case you don't know, I'm a painter. Like, I work full time as a painter. So, like, not picture painter, but like, you know, wall painter, construction site, stuff like that. But still, like, color theory is part of our job, which I am really grateful for, man. Like, not having to learn color theory for separately from my hobby was pretty cool. However, like, people are always talking about like color theory and that. However, it's like not magic. That's what I found out. Like, color theory is good and important, but I don't know. I always had like the feeling like, oh, as soon as I know color theory, my colors are gonna be 10 times better, or like I'm gonna have every time the perfect color combination simply out of instinct, and like, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that's not gonna happen. Like, I think color theory is very important. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But it's well, if you talk about color theory, you ain't gonna learn the perfect colors that's gonna come together. What you're gonna learn with color theory is, for example, but you are gonna learn what kind of colors go together nicely. You're gonna learn the contrasts, so you can always like put on a nice contrast with that. So yes, in that direction you do gonna know a few color variations and stuff like that, which you can always use, if we're being honest. Like, I don't know the English names for them, to be honest, since, you know, I was learning it on German, given that. Given where I live, which is Austria, in case you don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's like, you know, like the kind of contrast that is red and green, complementary or contradictionary. Is that how you translate it? I don't know. Anyways, let's moving on to the next topic. Before I look dumber than I normally do, or I already do, and that is, yes, so you're gonna learn that, but it's not like gonna be some kind of almighty magic. So, how should I say it? This is kind of strange to explain. This thoughts, like, I kind of thought, like, if I learn color theory, I'm also gonna know what kind of colors I want. Is that how I should say it? It's difficult to put into words the kind of expectations I had from it, because it's like, you know, if I think about it for a second long, I'm like very aware that obviously you're not gonna get like perfect with learning the theory. How should I say? Color theory isn't about, as I basically believed for the longest time, about telling you perfect what colors are perfect for together, for each other. It's basically just here to tell you how colors work and how you can mix them, and they do tell you, as I already said, contrasts and stuff like that. But I mean, that's about it. Somehow, after I was finished with like my painter school, right, it was quite a heavy focus on, you know, the construction side and stuff like that, right? Obviously. So for the longest time, I kind of felt like there was something missing, okay? Like, maybe there was something that I just never really learned, which, because, you know, it was irrelevant, because if you don't need it, construction site, but it would be a really lifesaver while drawing. But, you know, something like that did never come. come. So punk music intensifies. But yeah, that didn't really happen. Like that moment where I was like, oh, holy moly. I'm now really, really good in like coloring and shit. Okay, how do I bring this into, like this is like the first time. You notice when you have like something in your mind and it makes so much sense in your mind, but then when you try to make it into words, you're like, and then that's how it feels right now, okay? I just really you know, you kinda like, sorry you have to listen to this. Grown-up dude with his extremely scuffed scream, who then just goes like, oh, you know what, so there's this thing about color theory, and he just starts stuttering, and just you just can't simply can't, and you just, why am I here? And you're here because you're a nice person, because you want to support this artist, aren't you? I know you are, because you're a nice person. Yeah, please stay, thanks. If you come this far, come. Oh god. Definitely a word I can never hear the same again after those memes. Like, it's the same with like the word welcome. Like I instantly have to think about like, welcome. And the cyberpunk music. Okay. But you know, maybe I'm just gonna merge those layers. Because, as I said, too many layers is just overload for my brain. I have still to realize how the fuck this should work. So I think I'm just gonna merge them afterwards. Which should work, right? That's how those layers work, right? Right? I have no idea. I'll be honest, I have no idea what I'm talking about, what I'm doing. As you could have already told with my color theory mumbling, where I think I just mumbled for 50 minutes. I didn't know what I was gonna say with this. I think what it comes down to is, since I learned it in a school for painter, color theory, I always kind of felt like I'm just missing something. I'm just missing something. And that's why my color theory isn't that good. Or my coloring isn't that good. But you know, in actuality, it's just a matter of Kit Kat. Literally. The skin. What? Yeah. Oh. That makes sense. I was very confused there for a second. Yeah, so what I kind of felt like I was missing something, but I didn't. Oh, okay. Problem solved. I'm a genius. Is this less? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, this feels more like it. Hey, like that. And then we're gonna make a white. Oops, white. That's not how you spell right, white. Let's just ignore it. Please, thanks. Oh yeah, that doesn't work like that. Well, I guess I'm just gonna merge them. This one? No, it's the wrong. This one. Yeah. Much like delay. Okay. Nice. Big stonks. Yeah. Nice, nice. Let's make this beautiful wide. We're gonna add some little good shading. Okay, what else do I have to talk about? Well, let's start a real topic this time around. Did I finish my color filter story? Did I do this? I guess I told you, right? Yeah, no, I definitely finished that one. Did I? I didn't know, man. You know? Oh, sorry. You know, it's like that. It's just those moments where I'm like, no, I'm focusing on my art, but you know, I do talk. But you know, the talking is just like such sometimes stupid and like thoughtless stuff. And with the focus being on thoughtless, so like, if I talk about something, most likely I'm gonna have forgotten what I talked about. There's also like another reason why I'm probably not really good in consistent stories. Because, you know, I'm still focusing on my art, okay? So I want to tell a coherent story. This is, I don't gonna have to start working on my art, which I don't want to, or it's just not gonna be as of a coherent story as we might want. Let's just call it a day. Oh, I mean, I guess it works. You know, there's still like shading and everything to come. But we're gonna need some kind of lighting source. I guess that source is gonna be. Oh god. Oh, sorry. The source is gonna be. Wait, what kind of color do we want to have? I think violet is good color, because you know violet is like a color of mystery and bullshit, right? It's quite a mysterious fellow. Light is coming from here, so like in front, so it's like it's here and here and here and here, like that. Just make this. You can't really see it. And then we're gonna make another layer. No, we won't, because we need that layer. And then we're gonna make it a little bit darker, like that. Darker. Something along the lines of that. Maybe this is like a little bit too extreme, maybe a little bit lighter. Yeah, I can live with that. Okay, let's start with the shading, shall we? Hey. Yes, I want the eyes to kind of glow out. Like, you know, this kind of glowy effect. They're gonna stay completely white. So yeah, let's start another coherent, as good as I can, coherent story, okay? We've learned, okay? As good as I can. Look at that. There's no joke, like, literally. Look at that nail. Angel was out there. On Saturday, last Saturday it was. I injured myself there. It was on a party of my friend, he had birthday. And he rented out like this entire bar. It was cool, it was awesome. And the thing about this bar is like it's right beside a playground and you know other sport facilities like football field and stuff like that, right? But yeah, trampoline. That's where the story, you know, gonna take its course because you know how it is, right? You think like, oh, jumping trampoline, shit fest. That seems like a good idea to me. And so we did. And it wasn't a good idea. You know, I might be a big surprise to you right now, but yeah, it wasn't that good of an idea after all. So, that happened. And then we were like, not only did we decided to go into the trampoline, no. We were also like, oh, let's practice some flips. Because that's the only reasonable thing to do, right? So we did, and it worked actually pretty good the first time around. And then, you know, you get confident, try more, and you know, it's quite easy to like reduce your fear when you shit face. So, you know, I was just trying my flips. There was one time I was like, you know, I was not spinning enough, I was overspinning myself. And then I landed with my hand in between, like, you know, every trampoline has here on like the sides. You know, you have like the trampoline here, right? Here the trampoline, and like on the sides, I always like those kind of foam things that are like supposed to cover up like the springs and everything. And I kind of got like under there, in between a spring, and well, as soon as like, you know, the initial force of me landing stopped, it like reached like, it like pressed my finger together, and like it started bleeding and everything, and it wasn't comfortable, but back then I was like, oh, it's just like a scratch. Stop you pussy. What are you, come on, just a little scratch. And the next day it also started hurting. I mean, but now it's okay. It's gotten better. I guess I can't complain too much. But, you know, I think I learned something out of this day. And that is, if you do jump on a trampoline when you're drunk, don't make saltos or flips. Or at least not if you're not confident in them. That's what I learned that day. Because why should I stop doing flips? They're sick as fuck, man. They're cool as fuck. I mean, I'm cool as fuck, so you know, that just goes hand in hand. There shouldn't be really a second question about that, or second doubting. 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. No, lift it like that. I want like that. Exactly. And here. Awesome. Let's make those shapes a little bit more clearer. Okay, yeah, and yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty okay by now. So no worries about that, in case you wondered. I hope you did. I really hope you did. Otherwise, it's gonna be disappointed, man. Do you know how the light go? No, I actually think that's okay. Okay. Totally okay. Lip here. Just the lip, don't forget that. Get shined on. It's gonna be a little bit of extreme light, but I think this is gonna, it's good. It's good that way, to be honest. A little bit extreme, but hey, that's what we're here for. We're not gonna make some half-assed shading. We're gonna make it real. We're gonna make it extreme or nothing at all. We're not even sure if this is gonna work the way I want it to. I haven't tried this kind of stuff with outlines at all. So we're gonna find out if this works or not. Maybe not. Maybe it will look horrible at the end of it. Who knows? I won't. I don't. Hey. But I think I'm gonna end the stream with like 2 hours today. Beautiful 2 hours. So I can, you know, maybe get a little bit of stretching today and then get to sleep. As I said, I'm kinda tired today. So I'm just gonna take this opportunity. If no one brings in his requests, then, you know, it's easy day for me. I was prepared to go until midnight and beyond. But you know, it's pretty comfy too. I won't complain. I mean, it's kind of a little bit sad that I got a request today, but that's okay. I mean, they miss out on free art, so hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Oh, that's not dark enough. Yes. Nice. Do you think Hisoka would be the kind of man, the kind of dude that would say like, nice cock, bro? Do you think he's that kind of dude? Do you think he would just go over to guns and like really close to his ear and go like, nice cock, bro? Do you think he's that kind of dude? You know, I don't think it would be impossible for Hisoka to be that kind of dude. I think it would. I think it would be in character, to be honest. Just imagine, like in the hunt, like in the hunter exam, it just goes to hunt to go and kill one, just goes like, nice cock, bro. And like they both like turn around and what? Yeah. And he just nothing. He doesn't even say anything. He just pretends he didn't do it. But both know very fair well who said it. He just pretends like he didn't. Like he wasn't it. He seems like that kind of dude to me, to be honest. Nice cock for like, not that open, obviously jokingly said nice cock for. He's like, he's whispering it to you. He's serious about this, okay? He's serious about the nice cock, man. So, did you guys hear the song? Oh, I mean, I guess it's German. I mean, it's basically, the song basically is called Nice Cock Bro. But in German, so Nice Schwanz Bro. And, you know, it's a nice song, man. It's a banger. Like, it's a real banger. You know, you might think, oh, what kind of song is that? Nice Cock Bro, but it's a banger. Okay, it's a good song. Say what you want, but is it gonna change those facts, man? It's a bang of a song, no matter the lyrics. Like, you know, that's always like one of, like, do you guys judge like the music based on its lyrics? Like, is there like some lyrics you don't agree with? Do you just stop listening to the song? Even if like the beat and everything is fire and you really like it, you just stop listening to it as principle? Or do you just go like, yeah, you know, I don't have to agree with it. I can still enjoy the music though. Like, I would say I'm later one, to be honest. Like, I don't necessarily have to agree with the message. Just because I listen to his music. I mean, okay, now obviously, if you listen to a musician's music, you are supporting him, right? So there could be enough arguments made that you are supporting his views, because, you know, you are supporting him as an artist. However, you know, I didn't see this so serious, you know. I don't think it's serious, to be honest. I mean, there is obviously some borderline to it, you know. It's like, I don't know, some complete off taboo thingy, but you know, as long as it's like something I don't necessarily agree with, but like the beat is too fire, I'll just go with it, to be honest. But there are definitely limits to it. I gotta say, I don't think I want to color all of the same color, shade all of the same color. So let's put it back. I hope I can still go back to normal, because I don't want to recolor all of that. Please, 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 come on. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Oh, looking good, guys. We're looking good. Oh. Yeah, looking good. Yeah. Let's go. Work saved. Make it more reddish, more that. I do want it a little bit harder, to be honest. Yeah, like that on. I don't want to give it like a tilt of this color, you know what I mean? Like a little bit, just a little tiny bit. This way, like maybe a little bit more for it. Give it that violet hint. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe a little bit too light. Yeah, that's a little bit too extreme. I think that's alright. Okay. Let's try that one. Five. So yeah, yeah, I also, if you see this, wonder why I didn't have any content for the last month. Yeah, first of all, 2 of those weeks of a month I was in Japan. So, you know, that's a very decent excuse. I'm happy with that. I can live that I haven't done content there. You know, that's okay. At least in my eyes, I can live with that. But the last 2 weeks, well, first of all, yeah, I had to start working again because, you know, winter. I have something that's called a seasonal work. So, you know, winter, when there's not much work to do, I don't have to go to work at all. Anyways, at all, because, you know, there's no work for us to do. And so, you know, I was basically at full-time content creator experience there. And, you know, I had a few projects, and the project that I was working on, still working on, to be honest, by the way, yeah, I kind of underestimated how much time it's gonna take, because, you know, it would have probably got out in time if I would, you know, still have all day long, but I don't no longer have all day long. I have at most 4-5 hours a day that I can, you know, draw and invest here. So naturally, there's so you know, logically, I can't do as much every day as a single day. Is this good enough? I didn't know it. Doesn't feel dark enough, does it? No, I guess it does work. It does feel kind of, not 100% dark enough, but no, I think I can work with this, to be honest. I need to put the opacity down on this layer. Let's see how this will turn out in real time. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, videos. Yeah, and so yeah, I completely underestimated how much less of time I'm gonna have as soon as I start working again. So, you know, it took a while, but to be honest, by now I normally would have finished it already. But this was another thing that got in my way yet again, and so I had first, you know, prioritized that. So there wasn't, you know, much I could do about this. However, as soon as I can get back to, you know, creating videos, because streaming actually is also something that I should probably work on, that other thing. But you know, really said, you know, it's on my New Year's list that I stream every week, and also want to get like the rhythm of, you know, streaming every week, having like a little stream in the same day, the same time, you know. So, because I also know, like, if I do this like not now, this most likely isn't gonna happen. Like, I'm most likely not gonna stream it the weekend. Like, I can, but you know what I mean, right? It's something that I want to do now, and then I just make sure I do it. I mainly do enjoy live streaming and that. So it's, you know, it's nothing I dread or anything. But yeah, it's just how did I say this? Not like I prefer making videos to it. I don't, or at least not much. It's, I think, more for like a thing of how should I say this now? More of a thing, well, this is the project that I'm gonna know is gonna take like a lot more time. And, you know, live streams are just like more chill, you know what I mean? They feel more chill, to be honest. To me, at least right now. Yeah. So I do like them. Compared to videos. Because, you know, I mean, videos, like, you know, I do have my schedule that I normally want to keep, however, hold on, which I'm gonna keep upright as soon as this project is finished. I swear, okay? This is aren't empty words. This is facts, okay? Please, trust me. Please. Please, thanks. Maybe. I need that kind of color. Let's make it better, really. What if... this isn't looking good, to be honest. We just need to make it darker. Difficult. I can't really put my finger on it. This is a little bit too dark, I feel. Yeah, I do think that's good, to be honest. Put the tolerance a little bit down. Then I can simply blend it together with the painterly blend. Okay, yeah, this is better color. What shadows? Like this more, to be honest. Yep. Well, that's something to do for this piece. I won't call it quit yet, though. Yes, this seems to work. Like that one. You know what I like about this like gouache is like it looks painterly. Like despite it being digital, because you know most of the time I really have like a problem with it. Well, I don't like that it looks too perfect. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I mean. Sure, you experience it as well. If you ever done digital drawings, it just feels too perfect. There's like no texture, no nothing, and I kind of don't like that. And you know, as I already said, I most of the time focus on traditional art, and so I know I took the time to, you know, probably figuring out how to get like cool textures and that, or at least not in a way. Like there are some ways that I could imagine. Obviously, like you know, you could just change different color every stroke and that kind of stuff. But you know, that's like really so much more work for something you just have while normally while doing it traditional. So you know, that was kind of like, I don't know. But you know, it's gouache. It kind of gives it some kind of nice effect, I have to say. I like it. I've done like another piece where I also like still had the line art, a normal line art, and just this on top of it, like this kind of textury shading, and I really liked it. And you know, now I want to kind of try out how it is like just, you know, just the shading and stuff using this brush. Kind of want to see the difference, if that's better or if you like it with line art more. Kind of like an experiment. A little like experimental, like social experiment. I mean, the sun is gonna come from here, meaning this is gonna be like a little bit darker. Here, meaning this is all dark. That wasn't my. This shouldn't be. Wasn't my intention like that. Okay. Works fine. Awesome. Then I guess it's time for pink. Or I guess, yeah, a little bit. We're gonna make that thing here. Once that's finished, I call it a day. Sorry to guys, but this is it. I'm really feeling tired. And well, as there are no requests today, just, you know, don't see much purpose in doing it much further. I mean, I think I'm gonna do something like this again. I think this is a good idea, to be honest. But you know, it's an idea that it depends on an audience. Which, you know, I kind of felt like, oh, maybe the audience comes with the idea. But, well, now I know it's not the case. But hey, I learned today. And it's good practice. After all, talking to yourself for 2 hours straight isn't too easy, okay? Even if it's like some incoherent bullshit. It's better than dead air, I think. Because I personally don't like dead air either. If I, you know, watch other streams from other people. Which I do quite rarely, to be honest. But, you know, if I do, when I do it, you know, I don't really like dead air, to be honest. So I want to try to keep it as low as possible in my streams as well. So you guys don't have to suffer through that. You know, I also thought like, when it comes to like watercolor, that maybe, if I want to have like a watercolor effect, that I could maybe just get away with, you know, maybe using the watercolor brush, but then just at the end of it, just use the texture of like a watercolor paper and just put that over everything. And it was like something to thought about, especially like if you have like some watercolor paper, you know, especially like the gritty one, you like always see it. You always see the texture all around, and like it's not considered cheating there, and I don't think it is cheating. It's basically just getting, as I said, just getting the texture done. Sure, you could paint the texture like that, but you know, that's just gonna take ages. There's no reason to do so, if you ask me, so. I would consider it illegal, especially like, as long as I don't feel bad about it. I don't really care about what other people think. To be honest, I'm rather egoistic when it comes to that. But I do think like being a little bit of egoistic here, or something like that, is important. After all, if you're like proud of a piece, then you should. No, you shouldn't let anyone tell you, oh no, that's a good piece. You shouldn't be proud of that. Maybe even if it isn't like the best thing you've ever seen, you know, you still made it. You can still be proud of it. I mean, it was the same with like the animation that I did like the other day there. It's not perfect, man. I can see flaws and I can still improve it. I can still see ways to improve it. But you know, it just doesn't mean you have to badmouth it. I will try to do that. But you not just feel bad about yourself because you tried out something new? Obviously, it's not gonna be perfect the first try. First time around, so you know, I do think like a little bit of ego is quite important. Really, like this was also like sometimes it also got me like a little bit through content creation. When I was like, sometimes like feel like you know, watches and stuff like that. Also like, you know, I just started telling myself I'm the best. I'm fucking best, man. You're just missing out on that shit. And you know, it kind of kept me going. And like time where I was like more like, it isn't working out. Yeah, definitely. Be egoist. Watch Blue Lock. That's it. Watch Blue Lock and you're gonna be a better artist. At least an artist who feels better about himself. But I mean, as far as I saw, every artist has his doubts in his heart. Which, you know, makes sense, right? You are the artist who made it. Obviously, you are gonna see all the kind of mistakes that you've done made because you sit there and made it from beginning to end. You're basically the parent of this drawing, so you know you should know a little bit about it. You don't have to know everything about it. You know, sometimes there's drawing where the kid where you don't know what you did wrong. Try you bright it up, but you know it cannot turn out to be like a piece of shit. You don't know what he did wrong until someone points it out. You're like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe that doesn't really work, using kids as a metaphor of going down that road. Yeah, I just forgot what I said. Please, thanks. Don't forget it. It'd be nice, please. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta. It's just sometimes really cool to have someone tell you what is wrong. Because, you know, theoretically, sure, there's no wrong in art. I also believe that. But, you know, if, you know, you can't grow on art. Oh, it's just your style. It's good the way it is. Like, this isn't gonna make my art better, okay? Like, I appreciate it. I like that you're being supportive. But I want feedback. I want critique. Because I want to be better. And like constructive critique. Like this is something like no shit. Shit, I don't know. Like this isn't help either. I just want like good critique where you go like, ah, okay, yeah, I can do that better next time. You know, something like that where you just grow on it. That's like the kind of critique I want and would love to get, to be honest. Let's make that a little bit darker since lighting and shit, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's save this bad boy I'll make this afterwards. Boys and girls and everything in between. It was a nice stream. Didn't turn out the way I thought. However, I learned a lot of stuff. Made a cool sketch of a fan art. I might want to finish one day. Not today. Anyways, I wish you all a happy, good day, or evening, or morning, or whenever the hell you watch this. So, goodbye. I'm gonna get a good night's sleep now, and I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful night.